Okay, I'm just going to tell you a couple things about this chapter. This book is not put together like most books. What I do with most books, I read the beginning of the chapter and the objectives, and then I jump to the end of the chapter and I look at the summary, and then I go back, I skim the chapter to get the highlights of it, and then I actually read and do as I go along. But this book is not assembled that way. It's much more of a, oh gosh, I want to say almost a technical how-to manual. So one of the things you will want to pay attention to is there are videos that you can look at on your CD, and they will do the step-by-steps. And then also pay attention to the tips that are in the margins. For instance, that passwords are case sensitive, meaning you can put your name as lowercase, mixed case, uppercase, not a big deal when you log in. But if you need your password entered, you need to pay attention to which is capitalized and which is not capitalized. It also talks about tips for your touchpad, and that you can drag your finger across it, and they've gotten certainly more elaborate with being able to increase or magnify and not magnify touch, and double tapping and things like that. A screen tip, let me just show you here. If I mouse over to a shortcut, and I know this is a shortcut because it has that little arrow there. If I mouse over to something, usually, I should get a screen tip that comes up. And there we go, my start button. Finally got something to come up. That little thing that comes up is called a screen tip, and you'll find those in applications. You'll find when you open up an application such as, I don't want to open that one, so I'm going to open up, say, Word. And if I come across like a mouse across something on my menu, you'll see that I actually get screen tips there as well. If I throw something in my recycle bin, and my recycle bin is right up here, you can move them around, and I throw something in it, you're going to see that I still have whatever I threw in it. There's a couple exceptions to that, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So what I have to do if I want to empty my recycle bin is I'm actually going to have to say empty recycle bin. Okay? Now, you can undelete or retrieve things in some circumstances, but basically don't empty your recycle bin unless you really mean it. On smaller computers, ones with smaller hard drives, this is a big deal. Say you threw away a big video file and you didn't empty your recycle bin, that's still taking up space on your hard drive. Now, I said I was going to talk about some exceptions. An important exception is if I have a network drive, say you hear about cloud computing these days. So say I have it on a server, I have it to my network computer at my job, whatever the case may be, even on a USB drive in most cases, that's external to my computer. If I throw it in the recycle bin, that's gone. I actually cannot go back into that recycle bin and grab it. Certainly there's ways around it and programs for more skilled people, but essentially, as far as you're concerned, if you throw it in the recycle bin from a network drive or a USB drive, that file is gone. It is not going to any longer be staying in that. So I'm still in Chapter 1, and I'm flipping through the pages, and I just want to see if there's anything else I want to show you that you need to know. Okay, so that was Skill 2.